Hello, friends. Laura Whitfield here, your independent Scentsy consultant with Laura's Aroma Retreat. And as you can see, I'm coming to you from behind a mountain. I'm going to stop saying that I'm going to get more regular about these videos because let's be honest, my life is sheer chaos, 100% chaos. And this is the one video, truthfully, that goes completely on the back burner because I forget about it. I just do. It's not like I don't want to make time to go through these things with you, but I forget about it. Let me kind of like shift this just a smidge. So it tends to pile up and I'm like, oh, I need to get to that. And then I don't. So we are now officially at the insane. Maybe I just need a bigger basket. Maybe that is what it's come down to. I just need a bigger basket. My overflow situation is out of control yet again. So do yourself a favor. Pause right now. Go make yourself a cup of coffee. Grab a snack. We're going to be here in a minute. So this is my second shooting for this evening. If you watched the prior video, I mean, you'll notice my shirt is the same. But I'll wait a day to go ahead and post the sucker up. That way I'm not hitting you guys back to back with 2 videos in one day. But my throat is raw. So I needed a warm cup of coffee to help soothe my raspiness that's going on. So we have been completely on the go. 100% pedal to the metal. Fall is in full swing. And like I said, if you watch my prior video, I kind of explained that right now I'm making an extremely big effort to leave my house. Essentially, I'm making an effort to leave my house and take the girls to go do things and not stay shut off from the world. So I think it has been a very successful month. I have done pumpkin patch a few times, honestly. Once with Elena's class, so her pumpkin patch field trip. Then pumpkin patch with my sister and my nephew and the kids. We did, what else did we do? We've gone trick-or-treating, like an indoor trick-or-treat. They call it trick-or-treat here. We went to Tennessee for about 5 days. We went down to see my in-laws, to see James's family. And it was so nice. Like I didn't want to come home. I'll tell you that. Like I for the first time in 4.5 months, I felt some modicum of peace driving through those Tennessee mountains. So we, not just I, we have made that trip on so many occasions over the last 2.5 years. And leading up to taking that trip, I was super anxious, like couldn't sleep, stressed out to no end, trying to pack for my very first trip without my husband, right? Like 100%. I had taken the girls down to Tennessee last year in last November for my girlfriend's wedding and went and saw his family while we were down there. But like, I didn't do it all myself, right? Like he helped me tackle the laundry to get ready for the trip. He helped me, pack the suitcase for the kids and stuff. He helped clean out the van and get everything loaded before we got in the car. This was my absolute first time ever, 100% being responsible for getting us ready to go somewhere like that. So I was super overwhelmed. And everybody kept telling me, you don't have to go, you don't have to go. And I'm like, no, I feel it in my soul that I need to go do this, right? Like I need to go there. So I've seen my in-laws, my mom and dad, multiple times. They've come up here multiple times, but I hadn't seen my sister-in-law who I love and adore. And, because she works, they run a farm kind of thing. And you saw what I got from the farm. If you watched the previous video, if you didn't, we got a puppy. Go back to the previous video for the November scent and warmer of the month. I'll link it for you down below. And look at our cute puppy because She's adorable. She's freaking adorable. But like we left Wednesday night, a Wednesday night after I picked Haley up from school and hit the road. So we drove about 5.5 hours and stayed the night in Kentucky. And like even that night, right? Like I came completely freaking unglued by the time I got the kids to bed because, you know, they're asking every 5 minutes if we're there yet. And I'm like, no, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. Like on repeat, right? If you've ever traveled with children, you know. And my big plan was to like rent the room for the night, take the kids swimming, you know, give them a very nice evening. But I underestimated how many stops they were going to have me make. And got there about 30 minutes after the pool closed. So by the time I got them in and into bed and settled and stuff, right? Like I just cried. I just cried. So I was like, I shouldn't have taken this trip. I should have never done this. This is too much. We're never going to travel again. And then we got up the next morning and, you know, we got into Tennessee, and of course it's October, right? So all of the leaves are changing and you've got these beautiful golds and reds and greens and oranges and like the rolling hills. And I'm like, you just can't not feel at peace driving through those mountains. I mean, not even in summertime, right? The greenery is just stunning, but the fall colors, man, you can't not feel at peace driving through the Tennessee mountains. And I think I have frosting on my hand, so I'm not bleeding. I just like, what happened? It's frosting. Because we were going to this trick-or-treat thing tonight, right? I had a gift card to Dairy Queen or whatever, and I was like, okay, I'm going to pick up a couple chicken finger baskets, make sure the kids get something in their bellies before they want to have candy. And I happened to be like waiting for them to prepare the food for me to bring home and saw that they had a Spider-Man ice cream cake. And Nuggie she's obsessed with Spider-Man. Like for her birthday, she got all new bedding with her Spider-Man pillowcase and the Spider-Man like squashmallow thing for her bed. And I'm like, I know technically her birthday was like 2 weeks ago, but really it was Andy who bought the cake. So I came home with a Spider-Man cake with the red, like a super dyed frosting that is still apparently hanging out on my hand there. So long explanation for something very short, but so anyways, that's why you haven't seen much of me, honestly, on the channel here for the last few weeks. I took a little bit of not a step back from Scentsy, really not a step back from Scentsy, but just like redirected some of my time to making sure that my girls still get to enjoy being kids. And believe me, not every moment of it was easy. It's been hard. It's been real hard. I've had to put a lot of my anxieties in check. I've had to just deal with being afraid of literally everything. Truthfully, afraid of, being around other families, afraid of going somewhere without my husband, afraid of, you name it, I'm probably afraid of it right now. And that's like, I would say I'm not afraid of anything, but that's a total lie because I'm a total wuss. So I'm afraid of a lot of things, but it just like, been afraid of things that I wasn't afraid of before in the past. And so that's what I've been doing for the last few weeks and why I've been kind of quiet and not showing up as much. It's not because I haven't been doing things behind the scenes. It's just because I've been trying to make sure that I don't live the rest of my life locked in my house, no matter how bad I want to, because that's not fair to my kids. So that being said, we're 9.5 minutes in here and I haven't even sniffed a single thing. So, but I know that probably quite a few of you who are watching this channel are probably wondering, oh my God, what happened to her? Because it's been a long time. It has. I know it has. But like I said, I'm going to release the scent, and I already released the scent and warmer of the month video because that's like literally a couple of days away. And I chose to go with that one first because there's some, you know, important stuff that is coming out in Scentsy land, ladies and gentlemen, important stuff. So I will say one other thing. Okay. I will say one other thing. I have a kit. I actually have 2 kits right now that need a home. So if you are about to sit through this long soapbox of me sniffing and giving you reviews and you are not a consultant, I really want to chat with you. So you know, Scentsy's been doing so many freaking killer, I gotta watch my mouth, killer join specials. I spent a long time in Facebook jail. I'm afraid now to say the wrong thing and have the bots come and get me again because I don't want to be in YouTube jail. I don't even know if there is a YouTube jail, but I don't want to be there and I don't want to find out. So anyways, you know, they've been doing these killer joint specials, right? Like I didn't need to gift a kit because Scentsy was giving it all away anyways. But they have stepped that back and they are now gifting to their hostesses in the month of November. So I, of course, would love to gift somebody the opportunity of a lifetime to join literally the most amazing company, community, addiction. Let's be straight, right? If you're watching me, you're addicted, and we need to talk. So I will be sure to also throw my contact details down below because like I said, I have 2 kits that I would love to give to somebody to help you get rocking and rolling right before the holidays. You'd get, you know, your very first paycheck right before Christmas. And truthfully, 1, what could the discount do for you? Most importantly, and your addiction. But 2, how much would getting a couple extra bucks in your pocket help you with Christmas shopping? And if you're a pre-Christmas shopper, I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm that last minute, like, oh crap. So I tend to do a lot of my Christmas shopping like 2 weeks before Christmas, which is perfect because that's when I will get my Christmas paycheck. So again, details down below. If you want a Scentsy with me, I want to help you do it. All right, without further ado, let's dive into my mountain, which is also, in my personal opinion, an extremely peaceful mountain, and it's my happy place, and I love it. I love everything about it. So, okay, let me move that because that's going to fall over. So I have gone through a large tub of washer whiffs in Fluffy Fleece. I'm obsessed. I am obsessed with this. This is my favorite freaking laundry ever. I'm sorry. It takes the cake. It is a super, super strong performer. It lasts. Like, it seriously. So, right, we went on our trip, right? So I washed all of the clothes and everything like that. You know, put them into the suitcase for the kids. And, like, we get to the hotel. And I'm opening up the suitcase. I'm like, the whole room smells like Fluffy Fleece because of our laundry in the suitcase. I don't want to use any of our other laundry products ever again. I just want to keep buying Fluffy Fleece because if they ever try to take this away from me, I will probably send mean letters to Scentsy and cry. Because this is my favorite laundry ever, ever, ever. It is this soft, it's like a soft, cozy smell, but it's a strong performer. It is like the perfect medium, like, compromise between, like, if I'm getting scented laundry, man, I want to smell it. I want it to kick me in the teeth. And this is perfect. But it is, like I said, it's a soft, cozy smell. I love it so much. I will be getting more of this. It's not even a question. I'm going to set that to the side because I have a small box here for my recycle, but I want to make sure all of my other things fit in there before I add the big tub. So I do have a small thing of Cloudberry Dreams washer whiffs. This came in a whiff box, and you can see the sticker on this thing is jank, right? They can't even line it up right. This is not my favorite. I didn't use this at all. Not one bit. I use this to make samples because at the end of the day, right, like, we all have different noses and different scent preferences, and we're drawn to different things, and I like stuff that you don't, and vice versa. And, like, if I only ever shared things that I like, It would be not a limited window, but that's not my job. My job isn't to say, here, I love this, you have to love this too. My job is to say, hey, this is available. I don't know if you're going to like it. Why don't you give it a try? So it was it smells like dirty armpits to me. I can't, you guys. I smell BO, like bad BO. I'm so sorry. It's a terrible, I know there are people out there who love Cloudberry Dreams, and I don't even remember what the heck is in it. I think there's peach in it. There's peach. Peach turns me off. All I can smell is dirty armpits. Peach smells like unwashed teenager. I can't, but I do know people who love it. So if you got a sample for me and you didn't love it, throw it away. It doesn't hurt my feelings because I would have done the same thing. So, all right, moving on. I promise there's nothing else in here that is going to make me tell you that it smells like teenage armpits. But it's so bad. I'm sorry, I can't. We do have some pods that I have swapped out. So I have a set of pods in Jammy Time. So these were going in my downstairs bathroom because I did have a wall fan diffuser going in there. I've since moved that to my laundry room because I got the Cut It Out Mini and he needed to be there. I'm sorry, he did. So my wall fan diffuser is now in my laundry room. But the Jammy Time pods, by the time I went to go move him, they're dead. They're absolutely dead. And I have high hopes for Jammy Time. I do. I have high hopes for Jammy Time that it will return. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it in clearance update. I did not see it in the flash sale. I think it's coming back. But I have a brick of it just in case. So they didn't take it out of club. Okay, so if you were missing and you were craving your Jammy Time, Scentsy Club is your way to go. You can get it in a brick. It's wonderful. So love the Jammy Time. I have pads in Make a Splash. These were the ones that were in my laundry room because I have two wall fans going in there now. And I like Make a Splash way better in pods. I do. I like it way better in pods. Make a Splash to me is very melon forward when warmed, but this is a really nice, clean, aquatic scent with just that little tiny hint of melon. I like it in pods. I love it in the cleaning line. So it was a good scent to use in my laundry room. Let's see, dryer discs, fluffy fleece. You're going to see a lot of fluffy fleece for a long time. I probably, truthfully, won't use anything else until they come out with something new just to try it, and then I'll probably go back. I hope you like to hear about fluffy fleece. I finally, you guys, shocker, I finished an oil. Now, I don't go collect up my oils. I'm going to be 100% honest to share with you guys what I've been diffusing. Because I have got three premium diffusers and technically 4 diffusers in my house. And so I have oils set, kind of in different spaces. So I have oils that are actually, I haven't set the kitchen diffuser back up yet. I need to do that. But I have oils for the kitchen. I have oils that I like in my office space. I have specifically oils that I like to sleep with at night. So I suppose this is probably going to come as no surprise that the first oil that I finished in a while is White Lavender Mint. So I have been very heavy on my lavender scents at nighttime because I have horrible insomnia. And now you're like, why are you drinking coffee at night then? Coffee doesn't keep me awake. It really doesn't. I drink so much coffee that I'm immune to the caffeine that's in this one tiny little K-cup. It's simply because I love the taste of coffee, right? So, but I did finish out White Lavender Mint. I wish, what do we have in lavender? I think we got pure lavender oil. I wish we got to keep the lavender scents year round. It's very calming. It's very soothing. It's extremely herbal lavender. which I love, right? If I'm diffusing oils, I do like that very authentic herbal lavender. And the mint in isn't like, you're not getting like a peppermint. It just gives it this added layer that I feel made it perform stronger and better. Like it boosted the lavender scent. But I am sad to see it go. I have one other lavender upstairs that I haven't finished yet, but it's, I tend to like use my oils on a rotation, which is why it takes me so darn long to finish a bottle of them. But believe me, I am constantly diffusing, and I'm really good about changing my oil at nighttime in my bedroom versus maybe the main space where I sometimes forget. But I'm really sad to be out of this because it was really good. Okay, do we have any other non-oil stuff? I did finally swap out my mini fan in the van. I had the original like light gray one in there and it still works. I'll be 100% honest with you, but because it is in my van and in my cup holder and between kids and dogs and living out of my van, I feel like half the time with the rotation of dropping off for school, picking up for school, it just got really nasty. It was nasty on the inside and it was grossing me out. Like I couldn't even use the like air spray stuff to get it clean. And I was like, I get rewards. I can get it for free. I'm just going to toss that sucker. It's been in there for 2 years, right? I got my $15 worth out of that guy. And I changed out to rose gold, which is very pretty. And I feel like I've got a charger cord in there. I can hear it chinking around because I didn't swap my charger cord. See? That's a spare. That's fine with me. I just left my cord from the gray one in there and just changed out the fan, but it was gross. I'm gonna be honest, it was gross. And it's like, it's sucking in the air and then blowing out the air. And I'm like, it's time. It's time for it to go. Okay, what else do I have in here? I've gone through a few bulbs. I think it's been like a month now. I have gone through a few bulbs. I went through a red bulb. This was in my haunted house warmer from last year. And when I plugged it in, it popped. But it's been in my closet and whatever. So I put in a new one. Went through a mini bulb. Looks like I also went through a 25 watt bulb. Went through bulbs like crazy, man. Oh, what else do we got in here? We have, I'm trying to find non-wax because like everything on my table is wax. Oh, no, wait, I got another some pods over here. Sorry, I lied. Pods in Mahalo coconut. These came out of my air purifier. I'm saying a lot tonight, you guys. Probably because it's my second video and I'm starting to like wind down. But I had Mahalo coconut pods in my, I already said it, air purifier. There I go again. They're gone. Like the air purifier really does go through pods really quite quickly. Although I will say this, my hero pods, this is the first set of pods that it has not like blown through in a matter of days. These are still going strong. I replaced these, okay, maybe not strong, but they're still going. Let me tell you, I can distinctly smell them because I checked them in my air purifier the other day too. And I know these were in clearance. I've been picking them up and picking them up and picking them up. So I will use the pods reserved, but the whole point of having them is to use them and enjoy it. But the bar is in my club. My bar is safe no matter what. My hero will always be my life. But I do love it in the pods. So that's what I replaced it with. It's been going for at least a couple weeks. Speaking of air purifier, I think. Oh, is that? Oh yeah. Okay. This is my filter that I replaced, and I'm making that face because of the giant dust bunny that fell off of it. So this is from my bedroom, and I'm going to try to not rotate it around too much because the whole point of the filter is to suck up all the gunk in your hair, and you can kind of see the little fuzzies. So it is, you can see down in there, it is gross. It is so gross. But it's got a lot of little floofies all over the place. Like, I have a good dust bunny collection going on, and I'm glad that I'm not breathing that in. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've certainly noticed since using the air purifier in my room habitually, like every day, like it's always going. I do shut it off at night when I'm sleeping because it does tend to be a little noisy because it's right on my nightstand next to my bed. But I run it all day long. I haven't been as sinusy. Like, I have not been waking up and, like, don't get me wrong, I will always permanently have sinus issues. It just is what it is. But, like, I'm not as bad as I was, or I feel that. I'm not a doctor. I'm not making any medicinal claims. But, like, I know the amount of sinus medication I have to take or previously had to take, and I haven't. My regular allergy pill has been sufficient without getting all sorts of backed up and mucousy and all of that jazz. And the only thing that changed is that air purifier. That thing is gold. I will be getting another one for the kids' room too. That is my plan. Eventually I would like to have one in every room, but they are a higher ticket item. So I use it exclusively with rewards, to get my hands on that guy. So I've been saying it for a while, but even as we're like the weather's changing, like by now I should have my first sinus infection and I don't. And my voice is raw from yelling at my kids at Track or Treat over all of the noise and stuff like that. Like, no, wait for mom. Hey, you can't get too far ahead. No, don't steal candy off of that table, right? Like, I'm hoarse because of that, not because I have an excessive snot buildup. So that is the one thing that has changed, is running that constantly in my room. So, I do also have a car bar in Sweet Pea and Vanilla. This is completely dead. I had picked this up in a flash sale at some point. I actually found it cleaning my van. I don't know how long I had it down in the door, to be honest with you. Or maybe I found it under my seat. I don't remember where I found it, but I found it cleaning the van because I know that I haven't used this scent anytime recently. It has got nothing left. But that's okay. I also have a scent pack in 100 Acre Wood. I don't remember what body this came out of. I'll be honest with you. It's been too long. I probably could have told you when it happened. But this came out of one of our buddies, and I've clearly replaced it since then. Okay. Yeah, Sweet Pea and Vanilla. There's the package for it. Oh, I got more pods on the bottom. Look at me. Ooh, I was doing good on pods. Probably because I added the extra wall fan diffusers. So I have pods in Clean Breeze. Oh, those were in my car. And I can tell the difference between what was in the house and what was in my car by the sticker. Okay. So with our mini fan diffusers, okay, what I like to do is peel the sticker off from around here. And when you put it on your mini fan diffuser, I use the sticker to strap it to the mini fan, because even though it technically sits in my cup holder, it doesn't always sit in my cup holder, and I have to move it around if, or the kids will pick it up and mess with, like, Clean Breeze is so good. This was very nice to have. It was extremely nice to have. It still got some scent in it, but it was no longer circulating. So I think Clean Breeze is just one of those scents that no matter what, some of it's going to hang on. But I can tell by the sticker that it came out of the van, because I'm not going to like try to re-put it around the thing. I just fold it over when I take it off and put it back in. So Clean Breeze is done. And I paired the Sweet Pea and Vanilla. I know what I would have done with sugared strawberry pods, again, from the van. These are dead. I'm sorry, like I can get just the tiniest little hint, but I have a stash of sugared strawberry pods, like I said, from clearance sales. And I made a promise to myself. I would stop pod hoarding and use some of them, despite the fact that I know that I can't get them again. There's no sense in having it if I'm not willing to use it. And sugared strawberry is by far one of my all-time favorite pods ever. I really wish they would have brought that to catalog. Like, it hurts my heart that it didn't make it to catalog. But if it keeps popping up in clearance, I'm going to keep buying it all. Okay. We are now on to wax. So I'm going to start here because this is the older stuff that I've warmed, clearly, because the newer things or the most recent things that I've warmed are overflowing over here. So let's talk about Hocus Pocus, Perfectly Wicked. I know this has been out for a bit. I'm underwhelmed. I'm sad to say it. I am completely underwhelmed. I know it's super, super popular. And I have a lot of customers that really absolutely loved it. Like, enough to start a Scentsy club because the bar sold out and they wanted more. And if you're one of those people, okay, if you fell in love with Hocus Pocus and you're like, oh my God, it's sold out, I can't get any more, you still have the opportunity to start a Scentsy club right here, right now. I'll throw a club link for you down below too. And they will bake it for you special. And then you can get Hocus Pocus forever and ever and ever. But I love this on cold. I do. This plum and cherry combination. Like, I had such high expectations for this. And it didn't perform well for me. Like, I had it in the front room here, which is the smaller, like, my front room is smaller than my dang kitchen at this point, right? Because of the expansion. And I could barely smell it. Like, I had to walk by my warmers directly. So Hocus Pocus will not be going to my club. It makes me sad. It does. It makes me sad because I wanted to be in love with it, but I couldn't get good performance out of it. Bar of Coffee Tree. So again, there's no point in me having all of this wax and hoarding it. And because we've been, I mean, despite the holiday bricks, okay, we didn't have like this bum rush per se of brand new bars that I felt like I needed to get through right away. I was pulling out some of my club favorites and Coffee Tree, coffee everything. I love the smell of coffee. I love the taste of coffee. I would take a bath in coffee. It's beautiful. And Coffee Tree really, it's kind of like a subtle in the background coffee scent. I'm excited for January when Perk Me Up comes back because that's my favorite coffee scent of all time. But it's good. It's very good. I wish that I would have had the smarts to put it in my monthly club instead of my quarterly. But I was on the fence about it originally. But what I have found specifically with Coffee Tree is that one's one that needs to cure just a little bit. Like, you can't have it freshly poured and pop it in and it does decent. You have to leave it for a bit. And obviously the bar is coming to my club. You know, it's quarterly. So they've sat for a bit. White Amber Antique. I love this. I do. I love this. So the fact that it came out in summer, though, made absolutely zero sense to me whatsoever. This is 100% duplicate of Mahogany Teak Wood from Bath & Body Works. But better because their candles, they don't, like, you don't get super strong scent out of those. Like, even in my candle burning days, right, I would snap up some of those Bath & Body Works, like buy two, get one, or buy one, get two free, or whatever deals when they do like their super candle sale. But the problem is that they don't throw really great. And even if you do get one that throws halfway decent, like, something about their candles, man, you can burn through that sucker in like 3 days. And I'm like, they burn hot, they burn quick, and they burn gone. So White Amber Antique, solid performer, excellent replacement. I will be continuing to get that because it is a beautiful fall scent, or like a winter scent, like a cooler weather type of fragrance. It's very cozy and I like the vibe it gives. I know what I probably did with this guy. Let's see, where are you at? Did it fall in? maybe not. Ooh, did I? No, I did. I'm like, where's its partner? Graham Cracker Crunch and pumpkin roll. I've been reserved. I've only done it once so far this season. Peanut butter pumpkin bread. All day long, up one side and down the other. Peanut butter pumpkin bread. And it is the most beautiful bakery combination of all times. I love peanut butter pumpkin bread. So if you have not tried this mix, I'm telling you, you are missing out. You need to try this mix. So good. So good. Okay. The Harry Potter Wizarding World bar. Another dud. I'm sorry, it was a dud. Like, I like it on cold. I initially was like, oh my God, this is totally going in my club. It does something funky in the warmer. And like, I can't distinctly remember exactly what it was because I warmed it back in the beginning when I first got my harvest order. But I distinctly remember not enjoying it. And even now, like sniffing out on cold, I'm picking up a soapy note. I don't like this. I don't want it to smell like soap. I don't want my house to smell like soap. I don't mind it smelling clean and fresh, but not soapy. Like I poured soapy water all over my floor. Again, part of my mission to start using some of my stash. I did spoil myself and pull out a bar of walnut raisin muffin that I got in a clearance sale. It's so good. I don't know how this one did not make it to catalog. I really, really don't. It is a warm, decadent, kind of almost like mapley muffin. It's so good. Ooh. All right, so let's talk. It is the sense of, it's October Sun. Yeah, October Sun of the month. Warm pumpkin drizzle. Oh my goodness, you guys. This, 100% club worthy. I love this bar. I love this bar. I love it by itself. I love it mixed in with other things. So I did a combination for my club swag bags, okay, with warm pumpkin drizzle. And let me tell you, warm pumpkin drizzle plus hug in a mug, and I didn't even use the whole thing, makes hazelnut pumpkin muffin. You need this in your life. You 100% need this bar in your life. It is beautiful throughout the whole house. It's not like, it's got a tiny little hint of bakery in there, but it's not enough bakery for you to be like, oh God, that smells like food. If you don't like food scents. And I tend to not like food scents throughout my whole house, just in my kitchen, right? Like I feel it's appropriate in that space, and it's a defined space. This, out of this world good. Out of this world good combination. Warm pumpkin drizzle pairs so nicely with other scents. You could pair warm pumpkin drizzle with vanilla bean buttercream and get pumpkin frosting. You can pair it, I think I paired it with sugar cookie and got, I use my British sugar cookie for that. And I got this pumpkin sugar cookie, like with the cream cheese icing, and you guys, warm pumpkin drizzle all day long, super versatile, amazing, beautiful fall scent. And like I said, I strictly used it to pair hug in a mug. So I did a test. I did a test with 1 cube before I sent it out to people so that I could give them an honest, accurate, hey, you need this in your life, kind of thing. But you need this in your life. You need this in your life. This is a beautiful hazelnut chocolate cookie type fragrance mixed with like warm pumpkin drizzle. Literally just takes everything it touches up a notch to be more decadent and more sophisticated and more delicious. So yeah, so I'm telling you, mix that sucker. Did a bar of banana nut bread. I did this while my in-laws were here. This is James's one scent that he insisted had to be in my monthly club. It will stay there forever and ever. And when my mom and dad were here and staying, I did make sure that I put them in I put this in. One, we all love it, and 2, we all associate it with my husband. We all associate it with James. So I will continue to do that. Because believe me, you guys, it's been a really good few weeks. And like, I was sitting at the table tonight with Haley, and you know, we got back from trick or treat, and she was tired, right? She was like, Mom, I want to go to bed. I'm like, we got to knock out your worksheet real quick. And like, they haven't sent homework home up until now. And it's literally like a trace the letters of the, you know, a big I and little I, and trace the words that start with I, right? Like, it was super, super simple. A year ago, that would have turned into a 2-hour knockdown, drag out, crying, screaming fest. She's come such a long way. Like, and I attribute, I mean, one, you know, she's got a whole nother year under her belt, and she, you know, went through OT, and we all learned tools and things like that. But I really attribute it to her school, and I really attribute it to her teacher. You know, and I had her parent teacher conference via phone while we were in Tennessee. And, you know, she's like, she's just a doll. She's a complete doll. And she's like, you know, you can tell that she's, you know, super sensitive. And she's, you know, one of those kids who, you know, like a normal kid, you could just give him a hug. And she's like, I don't want to sound like a creeper. I'm like, no, I don't. Believe, I'm a hugger. I get it. Like, my daughter's a hugger. I know where she gets it from, right? But, you know, she's like, Haley's one of those who needs like a tight squeeze, and you can't just like quickly let her go. You need to hug her for a minute. Like, she needs that true, sincere hug when she's sad. And, you know, she's like, and then she moves on, right? She's ready to get to work and do her stuff. And, you know, like, watching her tonight at the table, all I could think is, God, I wish he could see it. I wish he could see how far she's come from where we started a year ago. You know, you could see the changes at home, but it was summer, right? So it's a little more lax. It wasn't in that particular school environment. Like, I wish he could see the child she's turning into, because it's night and day. Even just from June, night and day. Because she still had those moments in preschool, right? And it's not that I love her teachers. I do. I love her teachers to pieces. Like, Elena still goes to that school. She has one more year at that school. And I won't take her away from her teachers, because they're amazing, freaking wonderful women who, you know, they're just awesome, right? They're awesome. And even once my girls are out of school, we still be friends. But there's something special about the teacher that Haley has this year, and it's just, it's magical to see her, to see how much she's come since August, just August when school started. It's pure magic, and this woman in the school system has my utmost respect, and I just wish that he could see it, right? So it's a pretty proud mama moment tonight. I'm like, I'm so proud of you, right? She just sat right down and knocked it out, and I'm proud of my kid, and I'm proud of who she's becoming. So, yeah. I did do a bar of Sparkling Magnolia in the girls' room. This has been sitting since Mother's Day, because I had gotten a couple of bars of Sparkling Magnolia, and like, I could not get this sucker to perform. That or the whipped vanilla lavender. And I know that the girls' room is a good spot for me to do some of the lighter waxes. They tend to perform really well in that bedroom specifically, and I don't know why, but they do. And this did wonderful. It went for probably about a good solid 3 days. It's not like a powerhouse. It's not knock your socks off. It was just light and pretty. And I'm like, you know what? It's been sitting there for months. We're just going to give it a go. I still wouldn't, like, I don't regret not putting that in my club. I'm not going to keep it for the bedroom. When I did Hocus Pocus, I did do 2 bars. So this room and that room. Nada. That makes me salty. I just want you to know. I did a bar of My Dear Watson. This was in the master bedroom. Beautiful masculine cologne scent. Y'all are familiar with it. I did do a couple of bars of business casual because I'll be honest, I kicked it out. I had it in my club, and it was like a last minute split decision at the very end of June when I knew the Father's Day bars were, or maybe it was July, whenever the Father's Day bars were retiring. I threw it into my club because he had liked it on cold, and I wasn't sure if it was something that I couldn't live without because James had made a comment about it, and it doesn't perform well in the space that I would use it, which is my bedroom. It's not strong enough for me, and because it's not one of his ride or dies, he was just like, "Ooh, I really like that." And I gave it up. There's other things I'd rather have. All right, maple rum cake, you guys. Harvest Collection. I am super on the fence about this in club. On the fence. I really, really enjoyed this bar, and I didn't think that I would. Scentsy has been doing spice fabulously this year for me. It's a really nice extra level without being that super aggressive, nostril burning, make my eyes water and my face scrunch up type of spice. This is, however, very seasonal. In my opinion, it's very thick, it's very heavy, it's very prevalent, it's a powerhouse performer. It smells decadent and delightful, but it's not something that I could maybe wiggle with and melt year round. So I might throw it into my club just to get a few more bars by itself because I don't want the whole package again. And then it might get the boot, to be honest. I know there's 3 in that collection, but I don't know what I did with the other one. It's probably buried in here. Wild for Fall. I am not wild for it at all. As you can see, I never leave a partial bar. Like, this hurts my OCD, right? To have a partial bar. I made some samples. I tried 1 cube in the bathroom, and I'm like, I don't love this. I don't love this. Like, it doesn't say fall to me, for starters. I get nothing fall in this bar. I smell Christmas. I smell Wassail Wonderland. That's what I smell. I smell Wassail Wonderland. I can't help it. That orange, like, I don't. Like, I like orange, okay? I do. I like orange by itself, or orange in, like, Cutie Pie Cupcake, or not with Christmas trees. I'm sorry. I can't. I will finish melting this bar, but it's going to be like another bar, I think, that I'm going to show you in a bit. So, yeah. Okay, I did pop into the box of vendor wax that my girlfriend here, Catherine, had sent me. Finally, I got into one of them. I struggle with the vendor wax, honestly. I love that she sent all of these things to me, but soy wax in particular has this, like, burnt smell, and I don't know if it's just me that picks up on it, but I struggle with it. And she sent me a lot of lovely coffee scents, and like I still have some of it over here, you know, in my corner, right? This Aunt B's. There's something about it, and about soy in particular. Like, I smell the coffee, but there's this burnt, like a burnt toast undertone to soy wax, and it comes out very strong when it goes into a warmer. So, like, I know that there are several, like, vendor wax is typically soy. Another company, and I won't name names because I'm not going to pick on a competitor, honestly, but you know, everybody has their own market. And again, it could be my own sensitivities to it. Like the fact that I pick up dirty armpits from Cloudberry Dreams, right? That's a Scentsy scent, and there's something about it that just makes me want to vomit. And soy wax kind of does that to me. I'm going to be straight. I did do this Christmas morning one. So it was freshly brewed coffee, whipped cream, and candy canes. And it didn't, like, I didn't smell that soy. What did she use? Super tarts, keep away from children. Light with inside, hot wax can cause injury. That's another thing about soy wax. Like, it needs a much higher temperature. And maybe that's my problem. Maybe that's why I get that burnt note from it. I'm not sure. But I don't know. I get it on cold too, not just on warm. But I don't have any, all my warmers are Scentsy, right? Like, I don't have a single knockoff warmer, a single Walmart warmer in my home. It's all Scentsy. So they don't get hot. Not like hot, right? Like, I could stick my finger in any one of my warmers at any given point in time with Scentsy wax in it and not have to worry about it. I'm going to only scrape that off, right? Like, nobody's getting burnt. So, and I don't want a warmer that makes my wax hot enough to have a warning on it. I'm sorry, I don't. But this one was okay. This one was okay. I don't know if this is soy or not. I don't know if this is a blend of certain type of wax or not. I was very careful about it. It did not, unfortunately, last very long. That is another thing that I find about soy-based waxes, is that if I'm lucky, I mean, I've tried a few now, right? Like, I tried not to be, I felt kind of like I'm a one-trick pony. And I mean, the truth of the matter is that my heart lies with Scentsy. It really truthfully does. And I think I got 3 or 4 hours out of this, and then, like, I couldn't smell anything at all. I didn't get the burnt smell from this one. I didn't get it warming. I didn't get it on cold. And that's why I chose this one. And it was pleasant while it was going. But at the end of the day, I don't want to change my wax more than one time a day. I mean, there are times with Scentsy where I don't have to change my wax for 3 or 4 days and I'm good to go, depending on which scent I pick. And for this to be gone in 3 or 4 hours, right? Like, that's a lot of wax to go through. It is. I would rather pay, you know, my $6 for my bar and know that I can get 2 or 3 days out of it. And that's leaving my warmers on 100% of the time, right? And know that it's going to last me a while. Now, fruity scents, straight up, they tend to last a day, right? But from the moment that I put them in to the moment that I go to bed, I can smell them. It's usually when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, well, it was fruit. It's gone. I'll change it out today. But I can't justify 3 or 4 hours of scent. I can't. So I will use what she has sent me. I will use what she has sent me because I want to make sure that I'm experiencing other things and giving you guys honest feedback, not from, I don't feel like it's a biased opinion against it per se. That's a lot of cotton balls. I mean, with the number of warmers that I have going, right? If I wanted to fill like I do with Scentsy wax, right? Because I go through 2 bars in my main space. If I wanted to do this, I would need 3 of these, and I don't know what they cost, truthfully, even if they're like $3 or $4 a piece, whatever, right? You know, I've got 6 cubes in this, where I've got 8 cubes in this, and I would need 3 of them to go through 2 rooms, and if I'm only getting 3 or 4 hours out of it, that's, you know, it's a lot of cotton cleanups to go through. It really is. And I can't justify it. I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like it would cost me more. I mean, especially because I get a lot of my stuff for free, right? Free or half off. It would for sure cost me more to do vendor wax and not get nearly the performance out of it that I get from Scentsy. So it's not to talk badly about anybody or anything, truthfully, because I mean, everybody's got their preferences and not everybody leaves it on all day like I do. Okay. Scentsy is my job. This is what I do. I work from home. Like, I want my house to smell good all day long. I'm not just coming home in the evening for a few hours and throwing the warmers on. I'm here all day long. And I just, in my mind, in my opinion, in my experience, in my home, I cannot justify using really anything other than Scentsy. I can't. And it's not, I feel terrible, right? Because I know that these people are putting their hard work out there and their heart and soul is in this. I mean, look at this package. I mean, she did a beautiful job, and I'm sure that she is a wonderful woman. And, you know, I shout people like that out to the rooftops who have the guts and the bravery and the determination to take something that they love and that they're passionate about and turn it into something beautiful and share it with the world, right? I mean, it takes a certain amount of something, gumption, whatever it is, to do this. It does. So while they have my utmost, absolute 100% respect, I can't. I cannot justify it to myself financially to purchase my own. So, okay. Speaking of my beautiful, beautiful friend, Catherine, she did in that box send me cranberry garland, and I spoiled myself. Ooh, Scentsy, please. If this ever makes it on the Bring Back My Bar list, I will be voting my rear end off to get this in my club, because this was my first Scentsy heartbreak. And I know better now. I have learned. So I did. I indulged and I spoiled myself on a day I was home and the kids weren't here. And I think I was just maybe taking the kids were at school, and I just put it in and bathed in its beauty. I love it. Oh, see, oh no, this is from the holiday collection. I'm sorry, it's like, I found the missing bar, but maybe I already reviewed that with you guys. I'm like, I know there's a third, but I can't remember what. Oh, the cozy vanilla and pumpkin. I think I did review that with you guys on the last one, because I was like on top of getting that guy in. Cranberry orange cider. I do have that going right now in this space. It's pretty. It is very, very pretty. It has, again, not an aggressive spice to it. I love the tartness of cranberry wholeheartedly. It's beautiful. It did very, very well in this room today. I am pleased with that. Whether or not it will go into club, I don't know. But Scentsy's been a little stingy with their cranberry after kicking out cranberry garland, so I'm a little like, maybe I just throw it in there when I need my cranberry fix. Because other than Very Merry Cranberry, which is a nice cranberry, but it's a sweet cranberry, maybe I just needed my quarterly, just a smidge. Fruit that doesn't last long, Johnny Appleseed. What did I do? Okay, so across the whole house, a couple days ago, I did a tri-combo. Okay, so that when you're walking from one space to the other, everything mingled nicely, but you still had a very definitive fragrance once you were in each room. In the kitchen, I had going Vanilla Waves. This guy is in my club. Powerhouse, beautiful, sweet, luscious, salty vanilla caramel. It is currently available in body, which I have yet to try. But I'm told it's bangerang, so I'm going to give it a go. I have some rewards that I need to close out and redeem. I think I'm going to throw in, at the very least, a body wash. I'm not sure about, like, I don't know if I want my lotion to smell like vanilla and caramel, but I don't know. We'll see. I have Fluffy Fleece hand cream. Like, do I really need another hand cream? I probably don't. Do I? I don't know, but I feel like I need to try it. But I love it in wax. It's in my club. It will stay there. In the middle section here, I had Johnny Appleseed going. This guy is a one day and done. Like I was telling you about the fruits, right? One day and done. But it's bright. It's beautiful. It's clean. I love the Mac Apple. And then it traveled into Winterberry Apple Tea, which, you guys, I love it. I love Winterberry Apple Tea. I don't melt it nearly as much as I think I should. Like, it's one of those ones where I'm like, oh my God, I love it so much when it's going. And then, like, there's so many other things that come out that I forget about it. And then I'll circle back to it and be like, why have I not put this in? So I will tell you, I only like Winterberry Apple Tea, though, in the wax. In the pods, something about it gets funky. In the scent pack, something about it gets funky. But in the wax, it's glorious. Super glorious. Of course, there's a bar of Gimme Candy. This went straight into my club. This is yummy bakery sweet caramel pumpkin goodness. It smells good enough to eat when it's warming. When on cold, it's staying. Yeah, and I would not be the least bit shocked if that made catalog next year. But do not take that gamble. Don't. It will go away at some point. So don't risk it. If you love Gimme Candy, you got the club link down below. Make sure you sign up for it. Did do a bar of Maui Mist in my bedroom. This smells like incense. It brings me back to high school. It brings me back to burning incense in my room. And it lasts for days and days and days and days. And it will never, ever leave my club. Another spoil me from my girlfriend Catherine is lavender and white balsam. So this was in my club for a very long time. And, well, maybe not a very long time, but for a long time. And when I was making some cuts, I, looked at my stash of things and I'm like, I got a stockpile of those. I mean, I'm fine. I'm clearly not reaching for it, and I kicked it out. I missed it because it's lavender and pine and I love it, but I would never put it back on my monthly club again because I can see myself not reaching for it on a frequent basis still, just because it is so specific of a fragrance. Quarterly would be fine if it came back, but I will enjoy the tiny little hoard that she was kind enough to share with me. So Simply Irresistible, also in my room. Another beautiful. See, this is like a super fresh, manly. Very good. I did a combo of We're All Mad Here and Sugared Strawberry. So after melting all of like these heavy fall scents, right? The ones that I'm testing out, super heavy, house filling. I'm like, my nose needs a break from all the heavy, right? And I do that sometimes. Like, if I run a whole lot of deep, rich scents, I need something fresh, fruity, zingy to kind of clear the air. So Sugared Strawberry is by far my go-to. This one is in my club. It will stay in my club. I tend to lean towards Sugared Strawberry and Dumbo Circus Parade when I need things cleared out. So I just love it. I love Sugared Strawberry so much. And pairing it with We're All Mad Here. And I did alternating warmers. Okay, 1 cube to 1 cube, alternating warmers. Because this it's got that really cool, like, it's so unique. It's got this tart twist. It's fruity, it's bright, but it's got a tart twist to it. Like, I love it. This also went in my club, by the way. But this combination here, it's a winner. It is a winner because you get that tart twist and you get that zing, and then this just ramps up the fresh fruity quality to it. Oh, this is a winning combination. Winning. They're both winners by themselves, but together, magic. Okay. We're getting to the end, you guys. We're getting to the end. We only have like a 7-pack left to go. I finally melted Sunshine and Tan Lines. I finally got around to it. As I expected, and why I didn't like jump overboard for it. It is not a strong performer. It's really mild. It's really light. I can sort of smell it in my bedroom, but it's not the kind of like, I'm sorry, coconuts for coconuts takes my cake, 100%. It is not the way that I, like, this smells like tanning oil, which, and not, I like sunscreen. I want it to smell good. I did, however, really like Salted Bergamot Breeze from that collection. So I did pick up a second bar of it. This is fresh. It's clean. It's aquatic. It's lovely. Super neutral and wonderful, but not unique enough, in my opinion, to have made it in my club, but definitely one that if it pops up in a flash sale or pops up in a clearance sale, which I don't think it will. I think this whole collection actually sold out. If it does pop up somewhere along the lines, it is one I would melt again and purchase again. One I would never purchase again, and I'm sorry, Catherine, I know you're going to be like, quiet you. Blueberry Burst. We finally finished the bar. I cannot with this bar. Haley really liked it. I could not. It's awful. It is awful. I can't even put my finger on what I hated so much about this bar. Like, it just, I kept having to mix it with things in their room specifically because I did not want to smell this throughout my house. And I won't waste wax. I will not throw it away. I will find a way to use it. But it took me since Easter to finish one bar of this nasty stuff. I am so glad that it's done and gone. Spoiled myself again with some Slay All Day. This is coming to our warmer bundle deal so that, you know, you get the warmer and the 4 bars free. I have a hoard of it, right? Like, it's so good. Again, one that I never thought I'd have to put in club. It was my first year. It only made it a season, and I have no idea why. And when we went to Tennessee, right, like my mother-in-law also really likes it, so I got her own personal stash when it hit clearance too. She's like, I went through my stash and I walked in immediately. I opened that camper door and I was like, oh, it's filled with Slay All Day. Like, I knew instantly exactly what she had going. And she's like, I don't know how you do that. I'm like, it's my job. It is my job to know my scents. And I knew. She's like, I dipped in for you. You know, it was like 2 cubes, right? But that's a big deal to her. She's like, I dipped into it for you. I'm like, I appreciate it. I enjoy every second of it. Did a bar of Sand Swept in my room. Again, I don't know. Like, my room is not seasonal. I don't want to put fall scents in my room. I really don't. Like, I want things fresh. I want it clean. I want it cologne-y. I want it even fruity. Okay, not typically, but it's usually fresh, clean, cozy, manly. That's what I like there. And Sand Swept ticks all those boxes. It's good. It wasn't club worthy, but it is good. I did do a bar of Falling Apples. You guys, seriously. What is wrong with Falling Apples? I love this. I truthfully love this. So I did my vendor event, right? My big fall vendor event. And I thought Falling Apples was going to be a slam dunk. Like, I mean, it's right up my alley. This is probably my favorite new apple scent that they've come out with. I won't say it's my favorite apple scent because Autumn Road Trip, man. But I love this. It is such a good performer. And I really thought like this was going to run away with the show at the vendor event. And like I had most of my bars left. I'm like, doesn't hurt my feelings because I'm going to melt it all. But But it's a really good, like, you get that woods, and maybe it's because of the woodsy. Maybe, I mean, I know. I love the woodsy, right? This woodsy with that tiny hint of smoky apple. And it's a smoky apple. It's not that same crisp back apple scent. It's a smoky apple with that woody scent in the background. I will melt it all. I will melt it all. I will probably, to be on the safe side, put falling apples in my club. Because I could honestly do that all year round. Like, it doesn't need to be... I've mixed Johnny Appleseed with Around the Campfire to get that type of fragrance before, and they already put it into one bar for me. I'm like, that's a no-brainer. It's a done deal. I did melt a bar of Now and Zen in the girls' room. This came in one of those warmer bundles that I got. So Scentsy has been offering all kinds of really cool stuff and ways to get your hand on bars that you can't get your hands on. And they're free, right? Like, no brainer. So I did melt the bar of Now and Zen. That is going in the girls' room. I think we are on day three. This one is just nice, clean, fresh. Love it. Love it in body. Love it in the wax. But again, it probably got the boot because it's not unique enough. Like, we have things that are similar to that I don't feel like the heart pang about Now and Zen being gone, but I do like it. And last, you guys, we have made it. If you've made it to this point, first of all, mwah, I love you. Black currant and plum. By far my favorite one of the new fragrances. Even compared to Falling Apples, although that is my second, truthfully. Black currant plum, it's beautiful. I have a thing for the currant scents. I know it's a love it or hate it. Again, and something about currant can be off-putting to certain people, but there's something about that currant note that just, like, it draws me in. Black currant plum. This is a gorgeous fall medley for sure. So, we have made it to the end, my friends. Truthfully, I need to go to bed. So I'm not going to keep carrying on tonight. But if you have made it this far, I love you. I appreciate you. I'll just catch y'all later. Bye-bye.